play basketball.
3,000! History with an exclamation point!
Anthony for three. Bang! That one goes down, and the game is tied. The Yankees are champions of baseball.
Let me tell you something right now, man. Not winning this series against an underwhelming Toronto Jays team, and no disrespect, but I just don't take them serious. Not winning this series against that team, bad look, man. It'd be a bad look. It'd be a total disaster class to be eliminated in the first round against Canada. And if they don't win this series, and if they do get eliminated, they've got nobody, this team, to blame but themselves for going on that stretch in the middle of the summer where you were like, 20-32, some abysmal record for a good 2-month stretch, which ultimately lost you the division, right? That stretch there is the difference between Max Fried at Yankee Stadium, Game 1 ALDS, and Luis Gil in Toronto, Game 1 ALDS. And we saw that difference show up today. It's not a good tone to set with Luis Gil having to be the one to get this started. You're putting a bad pitcher out there against a really good pitcher in Kevin Gausman. And so the Yankees today completely shit the bed. They did not even show up. They answer back to an iconic Game 3 against Boston where they knocked out those Rednecks with a total flop. And that's been the tone of the team all year, right? Completely killers of momentum. A 10-1 loss today. So it was the righty Luis Gil against the righty Kevin Gausman. Bottom of the first inning, Vladimir Guerrero's kid, solo home run. Bottom 2, Kirk, solo home run, 2-0 Blue Jays. Top 6, Bellinger walk, 2-1 Toronto. That was it for the Yankees. Bottom 7, Jimenez single, Luke's doubles. Vladimir Guerrero's kid gets a sac fly to play to run. It's 6-1 Toronto. Bottom 8, Kirk gets a home run. Jimenez with another double. Clement with the sac fly this time. Luke's with a single. It's 10-1 Toronto. So, that was that. From Hill to Weaver, which is when the game ended. Cruz, Blackburn. Gross. But I want to start off by talking about Luis Gil, who got the start in this game. And not going to lie to you folks, I can't say I did not expect this. Luis Gil's final stat line in this game: 2 2/3 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks, 2 home runs allowed, 48 pitches, and the much-deserved loss. It's been something that we've been talking about ever since he's gotten back from the DL, really. We've been speaking about this, and I'm going to continue to speak about it. But Luis Gil, since he's returned, is throwing softer, and he's getting less swing and miss, and that's leading to more solid contact. And that's all while he's still walking, guys. Obviously, today he didn't. But the velocity has dipped. It was, 96.6 on average last year. 95.3 this year. But the command is also a part in why he's getting hit for contact more. The command has dropped off. He's missing spots with his fastball, which obviously affects how his off-speed stuff plays. Changeup, slider, that's not going to play the same if you're not having your fastball command. So in the regular season this year, because Luis Gil wasn't getting those swings and misses, his chase rate was in the first percentile, meaning it was the worst in baseball. A 5.5% dip from last year in chase rate. He's 20th percentile in whiff rate this year. 7.5 dip percent from where he was in whiff rate last year. He finished this season 11th percentile in K rate, which is a 10% dip from where he was last year. And he was 16th percentile in average exit velo, which was a 1.2 mile an hour uptick. Those are all terrible numbers, terrible metrics. So today against Toronto, he strikes out 2 guys of the 12 batters he faces. So that's a 16.7% K rate. That's awful. So, and you know, the velocity was actually decent today. It was 95 to 97 consistently. It was enough, but it's the stuff like it's as straight as an arrow and the location remains off. The average exit velo on balls in play, 95.5 miles an hour today. 6 of the 10 balls that were in play on Luis Gil were considered hard hit balls, 95 plus. He hung that changeup to Vlad Jr., gave up a solo shot at 101 miles an hour, and then he gives up the hardest hit ball of the night when he went 95 up and into Kirk, drills it for a 105.2 mile an hour home run. Just gives up BP because he's just become this pitcher who pitches to contact. And the at-bat that changed the entire game came in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Because he was, believe it or not, there was a stretch where Luis Gil was starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Like bottom of the 2nd inning, he gives up the home run, then he gives up the Varsho single. But after that, he looked pretty good from there. Like he strikes out Santander, goes slider into a fastball away. Then he gets that one pitch fly out to Jimenez, 97 low. Gets Clement to fly out to end the inning. He threw a bunch of sliders in that at-bat. Bottom 3 comes. He continues to look good at the top of the inning, locating the fastball. Gets Springer to fly out, 97 slightly in. Gets Lukes to fly out, another heater up and in. But he loses Vladimir Guerrero Jr. after getting ahead on him 0-2. Throws a couple of balls, and then he throws a slider outside the zone. Tries to go to the 4-seamer to tunnel off the slider after that. Leaves the 4-seamer on the outer edge of the plate, which that's a spot where Vlad's going to feast. And Vlad takes it the other way for a 2-out base hit. That's when Gil gets pulled. So, again, I cannot say I did not expect this. It's a bad recipe when you have Luis Gil, who pitches to contact, facing a Toronto power hitting team that hits for contact. It's not going to end well. And as we've been talking all year, I just knew that eventually the underlying metrics would catch up to the standard results-based numbers. There are 2 types of pitchers in baseball. There are strikeout artists and there are command artists. Gil has not been the strikeout artist that he was supposed to be. And on top of that, he's not a guy who spots on the edges either. We know that. So a whole lot of that 3.20-something ERA in the regular season was just, I hate to say luck, but it was luck. It was a lot of hard hit balls that just found glove. Today they were finding the seats. So Luis Gil, the Yankees had to dig into their 4th starting pitcher and use him. And gave you the results that I think a lot of us expected who are paying closer attention. Then you get to the bullpen, and listen, Heel didn't give you length. Leaves the game with a 2-0 score. You'd hope that the bullpen can hold it. And Hill did his job. Camilo Doval did his job. But Luke Weaver comes into the game and blows it. And I'm telling you, this bullpen, man, in order to win a World Series in this age, my mantra has always been about power and bullpen. That's how you win today. Power and bullpen. The Yankees have one part of that down pat, although it's not exactly showed up yet, but they have the power on paper. The bullpen part, it's one of the most disgusting bullpens I've ever fucking seen. And I mean that in the worst way possible. So the circle of trust, which was already small, is getting smaller by the minute. It's down to Bednar. It's down to, I can't believe I'm saying Devin Williams. And, Tim Hill when you need him. And we'll talk about Camilo Doval in a second. But Luke Weaver was supposed to be in that circle of trust. But he's been an issue for a while now. Luke Weaver has a 5.36 ERA. Or he had a 5.36 ERA in the last 42 innings of the regular season, 43 games. That goes back to right before they put him on the DL in late May. This postseason, he's faced 6 batters. Here are the results of those at-bats. Walk, double, base hit, walk, base hit, base hit. So 0 innings, 5 runs, 4 hits, 2 walks. Pathetic is a kind word. It's a ton of fastball right now. A lot of fastball, not enough changeup. He's becoming very predictable. He's just spamming fastballs, very much like it's reminding me of Chad Green at the end of his Yankee tenure. Became very predictable, just throwing fastballs in there. Lost his touch in his later years with the Yankees because of that. Have a feeling Luke Weaver is not going to be back next year. He'll be a starter somewhere else. I'm ready to move on. And the good thing is that he's probably not going to be part of this pen going forward in the postseason here. But yeah, he has been bad. His location is super off right now. His fastball, his changeup, both of those pitches are missing up. So if he doesn't have the fastball, he's not going to have the changeup. But this Yankee pen, just don't think they have the arms. Like, yes, there's talent. But one of the problems with this bullpen is they've got, first of all, they are loaded with right-handed pitching. Okay. But they have too many right-handed relievers with no sliders, which is weird because they used to be a staple of their pen. Sliders and sweepers. How can you possibly expect to effectively neutralize right-handed hitting if you have a bunch of righties with no sliders? It's a ton of righties with sinkers and different types of changeups, right? Circle changeups, screwballs, splitters, forkballs, pitches that fade in to a righty. So the Blue Jays righties today went 6 for 18, 333, 3 homers, a walk, 5 RBIs. Now Weaver's got a cut fastball, but he doesn't have anything slow to change speeds that breaks away from righties. Fernando Cruz, same thing. He's not been the same for a while now. Really, since the first half of the season, to be honest, Fernando Cruz hasn't been great. The forkball is not spotting the same way. Hitters have kind of adjusted to the forkball a second time through the league. They've seen his stuff. They know when to sit. Let's spit on the forkball. Let's sit fastball, and we'll take care of that pitch. In Fernando Cruz's last 10 outings, including the playoffs, 7 2/3 innings, 3 strikeouts to a 9% K rate. 9% K rate. So I think someone like Camilo Doval, who finished up his regular season strong and looked really good in 2 scoreless innings today, a guy with his stuff, guy with a slider as a righty, tough arm angle to pick up, tough delivery to pick up, a guy like him who's pitching well, I think he might jump Weaver and Cruz in this bullpen rotation. You might see him a lot more often now. And if you do, that's got to give you some confidence. But that's the pitching right now. Offensively, the Yankees were a no-show. They got shut the fuck down by Kevin Gausman. Gausman ends up going 5 2/3, gives up 4 hits, 1 run. They got to him a little bit at the end. Loaded the bases with no outs. They loaded the bases with no outs. Got just 1 run. The approach all day against him was clear. Let's get the fastball early. Jump on the fastball so he doesn't go late in the count and spam that splitter. So, because the Yankees were attacking early in counts, led to some super quick at-bats and some hard hit outs because they were attacking fastballs. But the Yankees this postseason, 10 runs in 4 games, just 2 home runs. They need to hit more home runs, not less. You guys all want runs, but you want it without the home run. I got news for you. That's not realistic. And it's also stupid in today's game. The narrative should never be the Yankees can't win without a home run. The narrative should be playoff teams can't win without hitting home runs. Because in the last 4 postseasons, teams that out-homer their opponent are 95-20. And I'm pretty sure if you include this postseason, teams that out-homer their opponent are 7-2. If that Dodgers score holds up. Seattle's still playing too, but point being, I present facts. I don't present feelings. Who's that political dude who always said that? But yeah, that's the problem. They're not hitting enough home runs, and you need to hit home runs. You have a lot of power bats at the top of your lineup struggling that need to start hitting for power again. Bottom of the order has been carrying, right? Wells and Jazz look good. They've been making timely plays. Volpe looks good. The glove, the bat. McMahon, same thing. The at-bats look good. The glove work has been excellent. But the top of the order starts with the captain, Aaron Judge, who has... It's funny because Judge is in a weird spot. Like, you look at Judge, he's batting .400. He's got the most hits this postseason, tied with a couple other guys. He's got a .905 OPS. But he's chasing a whole lot. A lot of his at-bats are just very unusual. Doesn't look like Judge. And today you saw a very unusual chase in a massive spot with the bases loaded. Comes up and he strikes out in that spot. Chasing that at pitch low and away. Cost of the Yankees the game. He's missing a good amount of meatball fastballs middle. It's getting very pathetic that he never ends up getting the big hit. It's nice that he looks better overall, but he's got to start coming through in these big spots. You look at some of these 6 hits. He's got some singles in there. He's got the fake single against Duran. He's got a double in garbage time. You know? Gonna need him to start showing up with timely hits, like Wells. Ben Rice looks atrocious. Reminded me a lot of 2024. Swinging and missing a lot on breaking stuff. Couldn't make contact with a single slider in that Boston series. The splitters that he was getting today against Gausman were just completely missing his bat. His patience is gone. He's chasing those pitches below the zone now. Does not look like the Ben Rice that we need to be seeing. Stanton is having a horrific postseason. He looks the worst out of everybody. Grisham is struggling at the top of the order against left-handed pitching. Guys got to get it to fuck together. They got to get it together. So the hope is that they do. Because up next, the Yankees have the matchup advantages. They've got Fried against a rookie tomorrow who's pitched just 14 innings in the bigs. It's Rodon on Tuesday. Got another home game after that. Yankees need to get their act together quick, and they need to start winning games again because already being down 1-0 in this series is asking for a death wish. So we'll see what happens. Gonna head to a break, get back, wrap it up with our trivia. Stay with us.
Want more BD4? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and never miss an episode. Hit that like button, drop a comment, and share with your fellow fans. Don't forget to ring that bell so you're always the first to know when a new video drops. Quick break here, guys. Stay connected with BD4 on social media. Follow us on Instagram and X at BD4Pod, and find us on Facebook by searching BD4. Don't miss out. Join the conversation. Love BD4 but don't have the time to sit down and watch? Don't forget to subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify so you never miss an episode. And if you're enjoying the show, leave us a 5-star rating and a quick review. It helps us grow and keeps the conversation going.
Okay, let's wrap this up right now. Let's get to our trivia question. Our trivia question for this episode. Which former Blue Jay appeared in 5 games for the Yankees during the 2019 season? Okay. That's it. Appreciate it all. Appreciate you all. I'll see you very soon. Later. Hey guys, thank you for listening to BD4. Be sure to follow us on social media, subscribe to us on YouTube, and give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. We'll see you next time.